When we talk about greatness, one of the key attributes that most of the greats have is something called work ethic. And with that being said, we're going to check out an interview with my man Kobe Bryant. This was one of his last interviews, and let's see what he has to say about work ethic.
Technical question here. Let's see how you can answer this. Who would Shaq be if he had your work ethic?
He'd be the greatest of all time.
If Shaq had your work ethic,
he'd be the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time by a
mile. Sure. He'd be the first to tell you that, for sure. I mean, this guy was a force like I have never seen. I mean, it was crazy. You know, a guy at that size, generally guys at that size are a little timid and they don't want to be tall. They don't want to be big. Man, this dude he did not care. He was mean. He was nasty. He was competitive. He was vindictive. I mean, I wish he was in the gym. I would have had fucking 12 rings.
If you had the work ethic.
My God, yeah. We ain't be close.
Wow. And let me ask you this question. And by the way, I'm not asking this question to create feud between you and him.
I don't care, bro. Listen, me and Shaq sit down all the time, and I say, dude, if your lazy ass was in shape.
I hear you saying all the time, and he takes it.
I tell him all the time.
I'm asking this question for a different reason. I'm asking this question because, look, we've grown as a company extremely fast. We went from one office with 66 agents to 10,900 offices, 10,900 agents in 49 states, and we're the fastest growing insurance company now. But I say it for one reason. And by the way, this message is directed to a lot of you, so hear me out very simply. The fact that you say the work ethic side, the fact that you say work ethic side, and you say, hey, if he would have worked that hard as I did, do you think if he would have had the same level of commitment to the game as you did, you guys would have had fewer feuds between each other?
Yeah, because I don't deal with people that don't commit at that level, but then act as if they do. I don't deal with that. I don't. It's real shit. I mean, listen. So, like, we used to get into stuff all the time because it was like, you know, he would say, okay, Kobe's not throwing me the ball. And, you know, media would take it and run with it and all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, well, bruh, if you were in shape, by the time I run down on a fast break and run back and then run down, you're still coming down the first time, bruh. Like, what the hell do you want me to do? Right? So a lot of our contention came from that.
And even though he was older, you were still confronting him. You didn't care.
Oh, I didn't care. Man,
from
listen,
day one?
Bro.
From day one.
I knew for sure Rick Fox, my teammates, they all thought I was absolutely crazy the day me and Shaq got in a fist fight.
Oh, Lord.
After that day, they were like, okay, Kobe, you're certifiable.
Fist fight.
Oh, yeah.
Fist fight.
I'm not backing down. Listen, either you're going to whoop my ass or we're going to have a night. But, you know, ain't no way. You know, there's a level of respect, and for Shaq too, by the way. And I know he's told me that day was a big turning point for him because it was like, you know, he's generally used to talking trash and saying what he wants, and nobody really stepping up and challenging him on that. And when he saw me challenge him on that, he was like, "This kid's crazy. All right, I can win with that." You know, and so that was kind of the beginning of our relationship, I think.
That's probably never happened to him. That's probably not something that's common to him.
No.
I mean, he's also 7 feet tall since he was 3 years old or something, right?
This is all coming back to me right now. There's also a game in Phoenix. My first year we were playing, and he kept posting up, but they kept fouling him, so he kept going to the free throw line and kept missing them. And so he'd throw the ball out to me. I'm not throwing that shit back in there, right? So I kept shooting him, right? So we get in the timeout, and he's like, hey, I'm open. I'm like, okay. And so we go out, same thing, hey, I'm open. Okay. There you go. Come back in. Hey, dude, you got to throw me the ball. I said, man, fuck that. Get it off the rebound if I miss, bro.
You told him this. First year.
18 years old, man. 18 years old. And I must have been out of my damn mind.
All right, let's pause it right here. So you guys can see that Kobe is talking about his relationship with Shaq, and he was saying that, he thought that maybe Shaq wasn't as disciplined and his work ethic wasn't as good as his. His work ethic wasn't, the same as his, because we all know Kobe, his work ethic, he would practice after practice. He would just keep at it and practice and be in the gym all times of the night. He worked really honed in and locked in on his craft. So he says that if certain people were as focused as him, that would have been awesome. And right here, he's talking about Shaq and his relationship. Hold on. But did y'all know he got into a fist fight? I didn't know that. That was some new information I got right here. But it was mainly because he had a problem with people that didn't work hard or didn't have that work ethic, but they acted like they did have the work ethic. So that was one of the things that he had a problem with. Oftentimes, you know, we can say we want to be something, we can say we want to be great, but if we don't put that work ethic in and actually grind it out and put that, training in his case, practice in, we might not ever gain our full potential if we don't have the work ethic. As you guys heard, he said Shaq could have got 12 rings. They could have got 12 rings if he was in the gym. And we know Kobe, just like Michael Jordan, they're going to give people that don't have the work ethic a hard time. But let's see what else he has to say in this interview.
So, did you have the decision? When I say decision, how was if you're looking at somebody that you're sizing up, or if you're looking at somebody to go into business with, or if you're looking at a big investments you got to make, what is the decision-making process there? Do you call? Is there first you do your own research? You take this much time. You call an advisor. Is there a system you follow?
No, it's pretty simple for me. It's do you understand the business? Is it a business that you can help in some form or fashion? What are the barriers of entry to that business? And then the entrepreneurs themselves, the company itself, right? Do they have a culture that you believe is sustainable? Are these leaders people that you believe in? Are they people that are obsessives? And in turn, have they created a culture of obsessiveness? So I tend to look at those 4 factors, and that's it.
That's big right there, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that right there. That's pretty massive right there.
Awesome. And the last thing that we can take away from this part of the interview is before you get into any type of business, any type of team, if you're about to, actually do business with people, you need to look for certain things to tell you about their character. If they know what they're talking about, are they obsessive? Are they obsessive? Obsessive is a really good trait to have if you're in business, because that means that you're really dedicated and you're going to do the work even when you don't get results. I really believe in being obsessed about whatever it is you're doing. And another one was what barriers are in your way. You need to know the barriers so you can expect them and maybe create solutions to get around these barriers. So that is a good one. And being able to help in some way or fashion with whatever business you're getting into. So that was sound advice from a legend, Kobe Bryant. If you like this video, make sure you throw up a like, and like always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.